guys, Conical here. Noah's Shark is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. You remember how low-budget Z-Rex was with its dinosaur puppet, terrible green screen, and Scott the Woz celebrity guest appearance? Well, this movie looks worse than a YouTube video. It has even worse special effects than Doctor Who, and that's saying a lot. On my worst movies list of all time, I listed number 1 is C's Autism movie, number 2 is the first Ewoks movie, Caravan of Courage, number 3 is Noah's Shark, number 4 is Z-Rex the Jurassic Dead, and number 5 is Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. The Bigfoot versus series would be at the top, but they don't even deserve to be called movies. The person who made that movie deserves to lose his movie directing privileges.
Can't take the...
Welcome to Cookie 95. We hope you enjoy your stay.
This movie opens up by saying it's the creator's baby. Yeah, he has some pretty low standards. They also call the whole Bible a fable, which isn't very nice. Come on guys, are you a team of clueless churchgoers trying to make a nice, wholesome Christian movie, or some Fortnite nose-picking r/atheism users? Probably neither, to be honest. Probably just a bunch of shitty horror movie directors or something. The movie's plot is not what you'd expect. The poster and name imply that it's about a shark attacking Noah's Ark during the Great Flood and trying to eat all the animals. Maybe that's why there's no unicorns anymore. Isn't that right, shadam hippies? But no, it's actually about an old traditional priest and a young hip cool priest, a lady with a machine gun, and a cameraman trying to solve the curse of Noah's Ark. It's something about an evil witch and a shark. It's ridiculously stupid! It should be called The Curse of Noah's Ark, but nah, they had to try to pretend it was a shark movie. But it's not a real shark movie till the cover features a bikini girl about to be eaten by a shark and the plot boils down to, we drilled too deep! The movie opens with the old priest sitting in his house recording a video with his cameraman. An old lady brings in her daughter, granddaughter, great-granddaughter? She brings in her whatever to get an exorcism from the old priest. He welcomes him into his house, and then immediately tells him to leave. Which doesn't make any sense. Just don't welcome them into your house, dumbass! What if they were vampires? But then the girl says some weird, vaguely kinky shit, and the old lady pulls her out of the house, threatening to take away her TV privileges. Then the cameraman turns off his camera right as the girl reveals herself as being actually possessed. But then the camera guy somehow doesn't see it? And he also says this is gonna make the old priest lose his credibility? For some reason? It's so random, confusing, and pointless. And cringe.
The hands are the easy part. It's when he makes me touch the other things. He says they're holy. He says it's different than the other boys because he's a man of God.
That's the devil talking.
That's right. Spank the devil out of me!
The demon deceives.
I've been very bad, Daddy. Show me again what bad girls get.
These are a demon's oldest tricks.
You're just as bad as any other priest. We're leaving. And you're not even on basic cable.
I think your show just got canceled.
Better luck next time, priest.
Did you get that?
Get what?
Then the old priest goes to a sound studio with the hip young cool priest, tells him about how she was possessed by, or is literally some biblical figure called the Witch of Endor, whoever that is. And the young priest thinks he's talking about Star Wars, Witch of Endor? Oh my god, that's the reference to everyone's favorite Star Wars movie! Ewoks 2, The Battle for Endor. Still need to watch that one, but I can only make it about halfway through the first one. Which is 2.5 hours long, and was made for George Lucas's daughter. Fuck you, George Lucas's daughter. You caused the creation of the worst 2 Star Wars movies. Somehow even worse than Episode 9 in the holiday special. For shame. Something, Exterminatus, Heresy, Warhammer, Cringe, Irony, whatever, blah blah blah. The young priest shows the old priest his wood. Or maybe it was vice versa. I don't remember. This movie sucks too much. Which, despite being true, is merely an excuse for a less good review. So they say a bunch of exposition about how this plank of obviously completely new wood that's meant to be from Noah's Ark caused the family's house to burn down. Then it combusts while not burning away like the burning bush from Exodus. And this is the point in the review where I didn't write any more of it for 2 whole ass weeks due to many reasons and not to remember what happens. Yeah, sorry about that. Time to skim through the movie on YT and try to remember the plot. So yeah, it's funny because I haven't looked at this script in 2 months, and that's like way even longer. So yeah, late video, right? The old priest gets a vision of Noah's secret forbidden fourth son, who I'm pretty sure they made up, wandering around in the wilderness before he gets attacked by a shark that came out of knee-deep water. The shark is also obviously a puppet. The shark brutally mauls him, aka it ripped his shirt and kinda hurt his arm. So he does what any normal person does when their arm is hurt, and fucking cuts it off for no reason! What?
That God would ask so much. It is as it has.
Then a bunch more boring stuff happens with this movie's favorite signature feature, constantly reusing the same flashback footage over and over and over. Like I swear, if you took a shot every time they played the same flashback sequences, you'd probably die of alcohol poisoning. Then the old priest wakes up from his reused footage nightmare to a chubby bargain bin Darth Melvin in his room that somehow got into his house. The chubby bargain bin Darth Melvin gives the old priest a lot of exposition and reused footage and calls Noah's Ark cursed, which is the reason he apparently doesn't want the old priest to get there. Doesn't make much sense. Then the young priest slides in and kills him with a pan. He tries to pull a Scooby-Doo and pull off chubby bargain bin Darth Melvin's mask to see who he really is, but he can't since it's a part of his face, even though it's obviously not. You can see the face underneath. Pointless, nonsensical, and makes the movie worse. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
I am a visitation.
What do you want?
Stay away from Buster Pretorius. We know of him and his foolish quest.
It might be too late for that. Who is we?
You may call us Z, and we protect the cursed Ark from ever being found.
The cursed Ark? But most believe the Ark to be sacred. Why do you call the Ark cursed?
Noah begat a cursed son whose name is lost to history, but we know as Zadkiel.
I know of him.
He was the 4th son after Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Zadkiel was also a drunk like his father Noah, and was led into sin many times. Before the flood, Zadkiel lay with a harlot, and she became with child. But Zadkiel was ashamed and left her on land when the flood came. But the fallen angel Abraxas came on black wings and lifted the harlot to a mountaintop where she labored for 40 days and 40 nights. And on the day the waters receded, a child was born. And thus was born the only child of Zadkiel, as he died on the ark and was thrown over by his 3 brothers and his father. And thus as well was born the first of the lost tribe of Zadkiel, and we call ourselves Z, pledged to the many ages to keep our father's grave hidden from sight.
But if the world were to see the evidence of God's plan, we might change everything.
But the true story of the ark shows the plan of the devil, and that knowledge would be far worse.
Knowledge of the devil is well known in this world, and so I cannot accept that interpretation.
Then you will die.
Who's this dude? Ghost of Christmas Past?
What are you doing here?
The dude torched the studio.
What?
Yeah, I saw him sneaking away, followed him here. Dude, did you cook bacon in this? Oh, I could smash some bacon right now.
What about the Book of the Witch of Endor in the journal?
No worries. I don't leave that stuff lying around anymore. I carry it with me. Plus the studio, I got insurance and an alibi this time. Let's see who this guy is. Oh, that's not good. Dude, is this his face?
The more important question is he dead?
Just grab his feet.
Then they try to dump his corpse in the woods, as the weather and time of day inexplicably change due to laziness. Really immersion breaking. Then chubby bargain bin Darth Melvin gets up because he didn't actually die for some reason, and then slits his wrist with a machete he pulled out of nowhere, and then uses his blood to block their windshield somehow. Doesn't make sense either. It's framed in a way that makes it seem like he has psychic powers. WTF is this movie?
Thou shalt not kill. Happy now? Let's get out of here. Look out!
We warned you about the cursed place.
Oh, I just had this car detailed.
And now you are cursed.
No, screw this.
He said he was part of the lost tribe of Zodkiel, Noah's son who died after bringing the third shark on the ark.
Wonder why there's so many lost books of the Bible. Imagine if those were lost Harry Potter books.
Then the protagonists meet up with some lady who has a machine gun and is always shooting it for some reason. Postal 2 NPC moment. Then they spend like nearly half of the movie wandering around in the woods, and these woods are supposedly the Middle East. But they really don't look like it. Like, at all. They just look like your backyard in the woods or something. They're also running from cultists, I think. Don't quite remember. It's a big waste of time to pad out the movie. Gotta get that ad revenue, right? Speaking of padding to make the video longer, here is this episode's fan art corner. I had a lot of stuff backed up, so I just have to do this unscripted off the top of my head. So yeah, first, Jester Hammer drew a lot of coat of arms in relation to my story because he was bored. He did a couple for Dino here. They look nice, but they don't really fit. I get what he was going for, and I think I think that's nice of him. He has a cool idea or whatever. But I wish him luck in the future. He acknowledges it. He says this is just the prototype or beta or something. And he also made one for Rosie. I think it's really funny because she's the Nazi and all that. And he even made sure to include her upside down peace sign symbol. I mean, it's not the right color, but I'm gonna be happy with what he did in the first place because, well, I mean, it's hilarious. It fits. It's something she would do. I mean, history nerds and Nazis aren't that different after all, am I right? That's a really shitty joke, by the way. Oh, and this one guy, I think his name was Faye, also drew my version of Jester Hammer. And I thought that was funny. I didn't think my art of it was that good, yet somebody actually drew it without me even asking. That's really nice and cool, so I want to include that because it's also Jester Hammer related. I feel like if he saw this movie, he'd be rolling in his grave. Thank God he's alive, so he's not rolling in his grave. Eventually, they reach Noah's Ark, and the old priest touches it and then gets some crazy visions where the Witch of Endor tries to steal his soul or something. I honestly don't remember. Maybe it was the Fourth Son's soul who was trapped there? Or both? I don't know. I forgot. Skull emoji. Then the old priest faints, and the young priest and the machine gun lady try to go get him some water from the same knee-deep pond that the shark attacked the Fourth Son from. And of course, it remains unchanged after thousands of years, and the shark is still alive. Then the young priest and machine gun lady have sexual attention before the shark kills them unceremoniously.
Hey, it's me.
I didn't know it was you. If I had, I would have shot. Don't say I didn't try to make the world a better place.
I just wanted you to know Benna looks a little better now. He's calmed down a bit.
So this lake, this pond, This little pond. Looks like it could only hold Noah's pontoon, and that's about it.
Normally I'd find blasphemy extremely hot, but right now this all seems kind of sacred. I mean, back in the day, this must have all been covered in water, and that's how the ark floated up here.
Is that what you think happened?
I mean, Blake's journal was right. The Book of the Witch was right. For the first time in a long time, I see the spirit all around us. I see what Benna sees. I see the beauty and the unseen and the unknown. I feel it inside of me. Jed, I want you to know...
Don't say it.
I want you to know
Oh my God!
There's blood in the water. That might not all be. It might not all be. Thanks. It's the first time I can say a priest saved me.
that's what we're here for.
Father! Dead. All dead.
Because sweeping characters under the rug is good writing and not lazy and fucking the audience in the ass. It's like something they do at the end of a kid's anime, but with death instead of sending the magical creatures back to their home dimension. Then the old priest wakes up and makes the cameraman leave their infinite battery camera in the snowy forest because plot reasons. It's so stupid and out of nowhere and pointless and insulting. It's like the worst ending to a movie I've ever seen.
Well, we can get a piece of the wood from the ark, take it down the mountain, prove to people that we were here, we found it.
No. You've got the footage. Find the highway, the E99. Turn yourself over to the first military squad you come across. It's the only way.
I'm not leaving you.
You're not really the Witch of Endor, are you?
We are Legion.
I am Legion.
We are Legion.
It's what I thought.
The mirror is cracked. There are many facets. Without a sun, there could be no shadow. You cannot know the cold of the night without first feeling the heat of the day.
I don't want to be in a found footage movie. I don't want to be in a found footage movie. What's that? Oh, man. What did you do that for?
The coin has two sides. It needs us. For more people to come here. For it to survive. Maybe in a way we need it too. But that's going to be someone else's decision. No one should know how we found the Ark. There's too much at stake to know. We're leaving the camera here, and I'm going to destroy all that remains when we get back.
If we get back.
We will. But we have to start now.
At least see his autism movie tried to have some kind of poetic ending, but this is just mind-numbing. The ending of this video is so bad and insulting that it feels like the writers took a terrible writing advice video and followed all of the advice in it, not realizing it was a joke. I'm surprised there wasn't a love triangle! And that's it. This movie was so bad and cheap and lazy. Maybe that's why we never got the sequel movie Shark of the Covenant, which is in actuality a joke I just made up. I have an idea for it too. Would have been better than this trash. I also write in my script to make sure to keep an eye out for my future reviews, Fossil Fighters Side B, Frosty 2, and the Postal 2 review. It's been so long that I actually did do Fossil Fighters Side B, like a while ago. The other two I still haven't done yet. So yeah, keep an eye out for those. Anyways, make sure to like and subscribe. Only 5.6% of my viewers are subscribed, but that number is probably heavily inflated due to my most viewed videos being random stuff from a long time ago, unrelated to what it is now. You should also consider joining my Discord server, the perfect place for any Cookie 95 fan. I hope. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!
Can't take,